Hey there. Did you know that Kami works beautifully with Schoology? It's quick and easy to be able to create Kami assignments, and then the assessment, grading, and feedback is even easier. Let's take a look. Let's use this activity as an example. One of the things that makes Kami special is the ability for teachers to be able to bring any type of file into Kami and then create scaffolds and supports to help students be more successful. If you'll notice in the margin, this teacher has created several different types of comments. The first, at the top, is a voice comment. Voice comments can be up to 5 minutes long. They can include instructions, tips and tricks for success, or anything that the teacher would like. Additionally, this is a video comment. Video comments can be up to 20 minutes long. They can record the physical environment. Teachers also always have the option to bring in pre-existing videos from different cloud storage or from YouTube. All of these scaffolds can help support students as they do their work. When teachers feel that they've got their assignment ready for their students, they should go up to the top left and just double check that they know where the assignment is stored. By default, Kami stores files in a folder called Kami Uploads. This can be changed. Now let's take a look at the teacher view in Schoology. We'll head to Add Materials in our class, and we want to choose Kami on the right-hand side. From here, we'll choose Google Drive, and then we'll head to that Kami Uploads folder. From here, we'll double-click on the appropriate assignment. A couple of options at the bottom include Assessment Mode and Feature Control. Assessment mode is an option where teachers can share an assignment with students, and then once the students have turned it in, they are no longer able to access the file. This is meant for a summative type of assessment. This isn't meant for the type of assignment where students might do several iterations of the same assignment. This is also something that comes with a due date. The due date is separate from the typical Schoology due date. This is an auto submission type of due date. And what I mean by that is that teachers can say that the work is going to be due by a certain date, and if students haven't turned it in by that date, Schoology and Kami will work together and submit it for them. It will be an auto submission. Feature control is another option that we've kind of discussed in this video. Remember that feature control is the option for teachers to be able to go in and select which tool or tools students will have access to in order to do the assignment. So in this case, we could turn all of them off and then choose the select tool. That's important because it's the mouse. We could also choose the dictionary or the read aloud tool. We, of course, want to give students the text box as well. So then we can go down to the very bottom and select OK. Now we'll hit Continue, and Schoology and Kami work together to attach the Kami file to the Schoology assignment. Now we'll get this typical window with all of the parameters and settings that you'll explore for your Schoology class. Lastly, we'll hit Save Changes. Now you can see the assignment has appeared here in the teacher view. Now let's take a look at the student perspective. Students will go into their Schoology class and locate their Kami assignment. Then they'll click, and the Kami assignment will load right into Schoology. We always suggest that students and teachers use this expand button up here at the top right. This will make the Schoology assignment go full screen so that we can see all of Kami. Now, students will have access to the tools that the teacher has given them, and they will, of course, have access to all of the scaffolds and supports on the right-hand side. Students can use the text box tool to do their work. And when they're finished, they can go up to the top right and choose the Submit button. When they click the Submit button, they get an extra pop-up window that allows them to select Submit one more time. This will turn their work in to Schoology. The confetti animation is a visual cue for students that lets them know that they have appropriately submitted their work to their teacher. Now we're back in the teacher view. Let's take a look at what the teacher sees when students complete their work in Kami. We'll start with this Maya Civilizations activity, and we'll take a look at the Open Grader button. This is going to open your Schoology Grader just like you normally would. Once again, we can use this Expand button, and as the teacher, you'll have access to all of these different tools in Kami in order to be able to give feedback to students. So if you want to draw on the page, as if to kind of mention that these questions in the assignment weren't finished, you could. You can also do things like use the comment tool to add comments and feedback to your students' assignment. This is one way to grade in Kami and Schoology. Let's take a look at another option. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to use a different assignment to show you what multiple student work looks like. We're going to click here on this book talk example, and instead of choosing Open Grader, we're going to choose Open Class View. What this does is this takes all of your student work and puts it on one page in Kami in Schoology. So once again, we'll use the Expand button, and now we can scroll back and forth from left to right and see all of our student work. We can still use all of the same tools that we've mentioned before, like the drawing tool or the comment tool, but it's streamlined and easy because now if we want to leave some verbal feedback, for example, we can click on the voice comment and say, "Hey, Sophie, your book talk made me want to read this book. Great job." And then we could scroll over and say, "Olivia, I have a couple of questions. You really left me hanging. I think that looks like a great mystery." And so on and so forth. It's important to note that you can, of course, put grades in, and these grades will go right into your Schoology gradebook. If you'll follow my mouse up to the top right, you'll notice that there's an icon here for Manage Assignment. If I click this, this is a way that I can go back to the feature control. So if at any time teachers want to turn on or off any tools in Kami, they can do so, and those feature controls will change for all of the students. Speaking of all of the students and changing things, we can do one more really cool thing, and that is to push mass feedback or mass changes out to every student in the class. Follow my mouse up to the top right, and you'll notice that there is a toggle switch up here. We're going to click here, and we're going to move from class view over to the template file. The template file is the file that all of the student copies are based on. So if teachers had found a mistake that they want to cover up, they can do so by creating a new text box. They can also add their voice to further explain. Hey friends, you'll notice that I've changed the assignment parameters from when we talked about it in class. Instead of a 3 to 5 minute video, I'd like you to try to keep your video to 1 to 2 minutes long. If you have any questions, come see me. So now these new additions and changes have been made, and the teacher can simply go up to the top right and choose Update All. We get a box that pops up that reminds us that these changes are going out to all of our student copies. we'll select Update. Now, we'll head back up to our toggle switch, click here, and go back to Class View. As we head back to Class View, now we can see that the changes have been made to each of the students' assignments. This has been the process of creating Kami assignments in Schoology. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're always here to help. Thanks for watching.